Hello, welcome to Gospel Faith Television, and it's still me, Pastor Ojimba Alex. This is Gospel Faith TV, and I do enjoy talking to you because over the years we've built up a relationship, and you've watched so many of my videos. But it's the Lord that inspires me, and as the Lord inspires me, I'm going to keep on feeding you with the good word, with good knowledge, with good wisdom. We've researched. I can't find the right word right now. I'm gonna keep on feeding you. Yeah, we've researched information,
There's caramel chocolate and
tested information, divine information, and I want you to understand that one of the best things that ever happened to me was becoming a pastor. Yeah, becoming a pastor was one of the best things that ever happened to me, because I used to live a reckless life, a fast lane life, a material life. And I'm here to say to you that I'm in a position to talk about death, because death has tried to claim me as an individual so many times. Death has tried to claim me so many times through sicknesses, through diseases. But I refused to cave in. And whilst I was going through all these experiences of death trying to claim my life, I was getting to learn what death was about also. And that's why I can sit here and talk to you about this particular topic. To say to you that I've battled with death, I've wrestled with death. The devil has tried everything possible to claim my life. But I can say I came out the victorious one. Yes, I can say I came out the victorious one. I can say I learned a lot of things along the way. And I can say to you that whatever you are in the world today, I know for sure that there's so many people that death is trying to claim right now. And I'm here to say to you, don't look any further than my videos, because this teaching that I'm giving you on death right now, it will help you reclaim your life again. Don't give up. Battle the sickness, overcome the sickness, rule the sickness, stamp on the sickness, reclaim your life. Because your life is personal to you. Your life is the biggest gift that God has ever given to you. Don't be fooled. Don't let the enemy fool you. You know, I said probably in part 1 or part 2 that death is our friend. But that's one way of looking at it. But another way of looking at it as well is that death is the enemy also. Do I have to explain that to you? I'll explain why death can also be the enemy. A dangerous enemy. A skillful, dangerous enemy. I'm going to explain it to you. Because originally, when God created the world, God created man. And the Bible says that God created man in his own image. Now, if God has created man in his own image, and God has placed man in paradise on earth, it means that God was pleased to create man. Now, you can't tell me that God created man to kill a man. No, it doesn't make sense. You create something out of love, and you create something to be with that thing forever. So basically what I'm trying to say, death wasn't in God's original plan. Hear it again. Death was not in God's original plan. Now, it's what the devil himself has done in the Garden of Eden that aggravated God, that upset God. And God's like, okay, if man's going to disobey me, I will cut his life short. out of anger, God introduced death into this world. Death is an abstract instrument, an abstract destructive instrument that God used to cut man's life short. Because of man's disobedience. So initially, death wasn't in the plan. I'll give you an example of what I mean. The Bible says that on the first day, God created this. On the second day, God created this. On the third day, he created this. So fourth day, he created this. The fifth day, sixth day, and maybe on the seventh day, he rested. Now, within that 7-day plan, death is not in it. So where did death come from then? You see, it's out of aggravation and anger and destruction. So on the other hand, death is not our friend. Death is an enemy also. And you know, if you go to, what's it called again right now? If you go to cemeteries or mortuaries, if that's the right word, if you go to cemeteries, there's a lot of dead people in their tombs, waiting to go to hell, waiting to go to heaven. But you know, when God gave them their initial lives, God didn't, they weren't born into this world and straight away they were put into a casket. Or they're being born. If we're born into this life and we're automatically put in a casket and we're buried, then life is not even worth living. So what I'm trying to say is that this is what a man has to face right now. That somewhere down the line, where he's living his life, death comes in. Death has given itself a role in this life. Death has now got a role in life. Death has introduced himself out of a man's ignorance. And I'm saying the people are there in their caskets, lying in cemeteries, waiting to go for the judgment day, waiting to go to heaven or hell, and death is there staring at them, saying, I never had the initial authority over you, but look at what man has become. I'm here to say to you that whilst you're alive right now, and before death comes to you and claims your life, you should be aiming for heaven. You shouldn't be aiming for no in-betweens. You should be aiming for heaven. This is part 5. You should be aiming for heaven. And when you make it to heaven, you can look back and say, yeah, I'm the one that really defeated death. I was the victorious one. And when you die, you should aim for heaven and aim for heaven alone. Don't say, okay, I'm going to